Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures D-Day 0700 hours, turn 14. Introduction for this turn. This is a 12 by 5 table. On this end, we have Normandy hedgerows. The 506th PIR continues to move toward the farm complex held by the 1058th Grenadiers, and further on across the two bridges that lead into Carentan. Carentan is still under occupation by the 6th Fallschirmjäger, and both bridges are held by the 6th Fallschirmjäger as well. 6th Fallschirmjäger also hold the Riverlock center screen. They have it open, and since the beginning of this battle, the green fields are being flooded. Only advance for infantry, no vehicles allowed. The brown fields are on higher elevation, and they are not affected. Vehicles are allowed and advancing and running. In the hedgerows do block line of sight. When units are in the hedgerow, they can advance 4 inches through the hedgerow. If you're in the hedgerow facing outward, you can see your full distance. If you're in the hedgerow looking toward an enemy that's also in the hedgerow, it's only 4-inch visibility. Colonel Sink, center screen, is radio operator, leading the 506th platoon. Second in command, platoon commander Carey, with his radio operator. Leading the left flank, platoon leader, First Lieutenant Corey. Scout car, Sergeant Travis. First squad assistant leader, Sergeant Stephen. First squad has taken 8 KIA. There's one first squad soldier stacked up he's in the very front of this 4-man stack. The other 2 first squad soldiers that are still alive are here in the field, LMG team. First bazooka team stacked up behind second squad assistant leader Sergeant Adam. The first squad only has the 4 soldiers left. There's 1 soldier still alive, just the gunner for this 2nd medium machine gun team. 57mm AT gun has been taking sniper fire from Sergeant of the 6th Fallschirmjäger in the attic of this building. But they have spotted him and can fire on him. First medium machine gun team here has potentially an artillery strike coming in on them. It was called in by the 1058 platoon commander, First Lieutenant Kreutner, who's in the 2nd floor of the building here, the farm complex. Sergeant Jory, the sniper, he's going to start on ambush in this position. In the back, we have the medium mortar positioned here, looking for a new target. We have the light mortar, and they are firing on... yes, they are going to be hitting on 5, and they are right here on this 6th Fallschirmjäger LMG team from 1st section. We'll go over the 506th first before going down that way. Here the 3-inch AT gun has had, the crew has jumped the hedgerow to take cover because they were taking fire from the other 6th Fallschirmjäger sniper who is in the attic of the building here in the center of the screen. who has not been spotted yet. Let me check. That's correct. Sergeant Neiman has not been spotted, who's in the building here. So these soldiers left the gun, jumped the hedgerow to try to stay alive. Here, the 506 in the center, they're getting pushed out after the 3rd section leader, Sergeant Martin, and one man plus Sergeant Girls half-track pushed forward and killed 2 men. Actually, the 4th squad leader, laying at the bottom of the hedgerow, killed himself with his own grenade, but the other guy was killed by the Germans. We've got a 2nd squad soldier with a BAR who had to fall back after failing a morale check. The 2nd squad LMG team positioned here, and at the end of the hedgerow is Sergeant Caleb, sniper. He is starting on ambush. This turn, actually the end of the past turn, 0600 hours, turn 13, the soldier here from the 3rd section of the 1058 Grenadiers, he bled out, so we'll remove his bleeding out marker now. There we go, he's dead. So here are the 3 soldiers surviving for the 506, or 4 soldiers. They're in trouble. The sniper's still hidden, and actually so is the LMG team in the hedgerow. Moving this way, 2nd bazooka team in front of Colonel Sink. They're going to start on ambush. Right in front of them, we've got 3rd Squad Assistant Leader Sergeant Brandon, and he is working on the wounded medic who's going to be bleeding out the end of turn 16. And here we have Platoon Sergeant David, who's going to start on ambush. And in front, we have the flamethrower team. In the corner, we have 3rd Squad Leader, Sergeant Jake McNeese, starting on ambush. Behind him, there's a 2nd Squad soldier with an SMG coming up to support. 2 more soldiers from 2nd Squad with rifles. 3rd Squad soldier with a BAR. 2nd Squad LMG team. 2nd Squad Leader Sergeant Braden will start on ambush. 3rd Squad soldier is an LMG loader. His the gunner's, I think he's already been killed, but this guy he'll be able to help out here eventually. He's got a pistol for now. Platoon commander already mentioned, and that's all the 506. The 506, this platoon has taken 24 KIA, but that includes the 1st squad over here who has lost 8 men KIA in the fighting for this hedgerow. They finally did push the Germans out. And then 3rd squad, they took 8 KIA also, which 4 of them were here as they tried to push forward to get toward the wall up there. They were killed. Most of them, other soldiers were killed over here. And then 2nd squad, they're split up. They've only lost 2 KIA. 2nd squad has soldiers that are pushed over here to help 3rd squad. Here in the middle, in some trouble. And a few 2nd squad soldiers came over to help 1st squad. So one of the casualties is also the gunner that was up top for Sergeant Travis's M8 scout car. He was KIA as well. And then there's the 1 wounded soldier. So, and 1 HQ soldier was killed. Who would that have been? Well, 4th squad. Sergeant Matt blew himself up with the grenade. That's correct. So yes, the 506 has 24 KIA and 1, the medic, who's wounded at this time. And that pretty much sums up where they're at. We'll move over and talk about the 1058 Grenadiers now. The 1058's platoon sergeant, Robert, is these 2 pushed back, pushing through the hedgerow, hiding after their flank is crumbled. They're moving up. We have 6 Fallschirmjäger, 2nd Section Assistant Leader Sergeant Hauser, who's moved up to try to save this flank, and he has 2 soldiers with him from 2nd Section with assault rifles and Panzerfausts. The 6th Fallschirmjäger medic is moved over here to support. Here we have the 1058th 1st Section LMG team, and they've had to follow back out of this hedgerow because there's a first, even before the artillery strike that may come in here on the 1st MMG team, Sergeant Michael, the 1058th 1st Section leader, he did not fall back like the LMG team did, and instead sprung his ambush and detonated the explosives that were rigged on this bridge, destroyed the bridge, and now there's an airstrike coming, possible airstrike coming in. It was called in this previous 0630 hours by First Lieutenant Corey. But that will be the first we'll address the airstrike first, and then after that it will be the artillery strike. Made notes here so that it's easier for myself to remember. Let's continue on with the 1058th Grenadiers. 3rd Section leaders Sergeant Martin and 1 rifleman have pushed forward. The rifleman is unbelievably lucky. He had 3 or 4 grenades thrown at him, and maybe even he was shot at, and he still survived. Even when he was hit with the grenade, it rolled a 1 when it came to rolling for damage. Sergeant Garrell's half-track pushed up as well. He's trying to get him within 4 inches so he could spot the LMG team in the hedgerow hidden, but when I measured, he was further out than that, so they're still hidden. And we'll be moving over here now. So I guess for 1st section of the 1058 Grenadiers, I believe they're down to just 3 surviving soldiers. I think they took 7 KIA. And 3rd section, leader's still alive for the 1058, the 1 soldier. And on the balcony here, 3rd section assistant leader Sergeant Logan is still alive, and he's hidden as well. And over here we have 2 of the 3 surviving soldiers from the 1058th 2nd Section, 2 men here with assault rifles and Panzerfausts. And then in the end of this hedgerow, we have the 3rd surviving soldier of the 2nd Section of the 1058, and that is a man with an LMG on ambush. And we'll go back and go inside the compound to see the rest of the survivors of the 1058. 2nd floor, we have the platoon commander, 1st Lieutenant Kreutner, with his radio operator from the 1058, and we have the sniper, and 3rd Section, 2 LMG teams from 3rd Section. So 3rd Section has only taken, I think, 2 casualties. The sniper will be starting on ambush, and so will the LMG team in the far right window. Currently, all of the soldiers that are in the hedgerows, and even behind the hedgerows for the most part, but in the hedgerows definitely, are all hidden except for this 1st MMG team here. That's how 1st Lieutenant Kreutner's radio operator and himself were able to call in the artillery strike on this position, was because they opened fire at the 2 soldiers from 3rd Section, making a break for the pushing on the U.S. forces in the hedgerow. I think that's all the survivors of the 1058. Then will the 100th Panzer platoon that's here. We have 1st Lieutenant Eulander leading, Sergeant Gerald's half-track, and Sergeant Ronald's half-track with a light AT gun, who had lost all of his crew except for himself. And now one of the soldiers from the 2nd Section, 1st Section of the 6th Fallschirmjäger, he jumped in the back, one of the soldiers, with he has a Panzerfaust and a rifle, but also he's manning the light AT gun. Over here we have the 6th Fallschirmjäger 1st Section leader, Sergeant, or assistant leader, who's in the middle, Sergeant Carl, and then the other 1st Section soldier that was with the man now manning the back of Sergeant Ronald's half track. But he's moved over to support the rest of his section. Then there's the LMG team there. As I mentioned, they have a mortar, light mortar for the 506 that's trying to kill him. Over here we have the platoon leader, First Lieutenant Reese, for the 6th Fallschirmjäger. He's moved over into a position here. And then we have back here the rest of the 6th Fallschirmjäger. Wait, actually, right here, the 3-man 6th Fallschirmjäger forward observer team. He's positioned up here with a radio operator. And then here, the river lock is being held by 2nd Section 6th Fallschirmjäger. 2 men with Panzerfaust and assault rifles, and then 2nd Section LMG team. And this is 2nd Section leader, and that would be Sergeant Hans. The 2nd Section other LMG team is pushing across the road, thinking about getting up in this attic here and being able to support the 1058 survivors and 2nd Section 6th Fallschirmjäger soldiers that are pushing up. And over here we have the platoon sergeant of 6th Fallschirmjäger. Strong defensive position. The river lock and these 2 bridges are the objectives for the Germans to hold, and the previous bridge here that was blown up already. And currently the Germans are holding all the objectives, both bridges, the river lock. Moving over to this side, we have the 1st Section leader tucked in here next to the bridge, and this is Sergeant Carl. Sergeant Jarl is actually over here leading the rest of 1st Section. And we've got the 1st Section LMG team, one of them there, and 2 soldiers from 1st Section with assault rifles and Panzerfausts in their position there. The rest of the 6th Fallschirmjäger are moving up. 3rd Section, 2 soldiers with rifles, Panzerfausts. 3rd Section leader, Sergeant Odin, and 2 soldiers from 3rd Section with LMGs. And then there's a forward observer, radio operator, also moving. Looks like maybe going to get him in a position up here where he can see, call in some support. 2nd floor of this building, there's a 6th Fallschirmjäger medium machine gun team. There's their mortar, looking for a new target this turn. We have the 6th Fallschirmjäger commander, Major Vonderheit, and his radio operator, who are headed toward the tower. Going to be able to call in great support from up here. The other half of 3rd Section of the 6th Fallschirmjäger, led by, up in the front there, is Sergeant Thor, and he's got 2 men with rifles and Panzerfausts. 3rd Section behind him. The other 3rd Section LMG team and flamethrower teams headed this way to support the other half of 3rd Section. Heading into the building is the 6th Fallschirmjäger Panzerschreck team. They're going to get into the 2nd floor and have great from a little lower than this, but they'll be in the 2nd floor windows to be able to cover both bridges with their Panzerschreck. In the attic of this building, we have Sergeant Neiman, 6th Fallschirmjäger sniper, the one that's been causing all kinds of problems for the 3-inch AT gun in the road. They had to abandon the gun. And the other 6th Fallschirmjäger sniper is in the attic, I think I mentioned already. the attic of the hotel, and that's Sergeant Lehman. Oh, yeah, in that building there. I think that wraps it up. We'll go over the casualties for the Germans on this table. Oh, and starting on ambush as well as these two men from the second section of the 1058. The one man from second section with the LMG, and also Sergeant Ronald's half-track will be on ambush. And then both of the snipers, the German snipers for the 6th Fallschirmjäger and the sniper for the 1058. So quite a few units starting on ambush for both sides. And for the Germans' casualties, the 1058 Grenadiers have taken 17 KIA. First squad lost 7. Our first section 7. That was on. That was actually on this flank, near the bridge, the destroyed bridge. And second section, which was on this flank, they lost 7 KIA, and then third section has only lost 2 KIA, which were these two soldiers here. So third section is pretty well intact. And then one headquarters soldier was killed. That was the medic of the 1058. He was killed down here in the road, beginning of the battle. And then the 3 soldiers from Sergeant Ronald's half-track, as I mentioned. And then, yeah, but they were for 100th Panzer. And 6th Fallschirmjäger has taken no casualties so far at all. The Germans definitely have the upper hand on this table. Absolutely. In total, we have 77 German order dice for this table and the Omaha Beach table combined. And there is 100 U.S. order dice from both tables. This turn, the 2nd Rangers C Company will be allowed to hit Omaha Beach. They're the last to hit the beach. The 743rd Tank Battalion, Company A, has already landed on the beach, and 116th Infantry, Company A, 1st Platoon, has already landed on the beach. The Germans definitely hold the advantage over here on this table. Pretty close in casualties, but the Germans hold all the major objectives. So let's take a look at Omaha Beach over here. The 916th Grenadiers, 1st Platoon, it was started deployed. Starting on ambush over here will be the 1st section leader on the balcony, and in the other side, 2nd floor, they're all 3 facing the beach, is an LMG team. They'll start on ambush. Let's see who else. Most of the 1st section or 1st platoon was able to get rid of their pin markers. A few of them still have some pin markers. The sniper who has been spotted after he tried to kill one of the gunners in the Jackson. He's been spotted, but he is going to start on ambush so he can act and probably get out of that tower. Also starting on ambush, 916th 1st Platoon Sniper. And there's been a few casualties, but nothing. I think the 1st Platoon lost sniper, killed on the balcony during the preparatory bombardment. 1 soldier from 2nd section of 1st Platoon. And then over here, 1st Platoon lost their Panzerschreck team. And also on the 1st floor of this building, 2 soldiers from 1st section were killed in the preparatory bombardment. The 2nd Platoon started pushing out. There's 2nd section of 2nd Platoon came out of the tunnel at the end of this trench, there's a tunnel that goes under this road and then comes out into this building. There's also a tunnel in the back of this bunker that goes under the road to this building. We have check the casualties for the 916th real quick. We'll start with the 743rd Tank Battalion, who had one of their second platoon tanks knocked out, one of their Shermans, by the 88 that's positioned in this bunker. And the 116th Infantry platoon did not take any KIA yet. But the Germans were busy getting rid of their pin markers for the most part. And as for the 916th Grenadiers, they had 6 KIA from 1st Platoon. As I mentioned, the 2 guys, Panzerschreck team, the 2 men on the 1st floor, it's 4. There was the sniper on the roof, or on the balcony, 5, and the 1 soldier for 2nd section here. And for a 2nd Platoon that's just coming out of the tunnels, they've taken no casualties. And still inside of the tunnels, in the upper tunnel, we have the platoon commander and radio operator, 1 messenger, and that is First Lieutenant and also a medic. And then in the lower trench, or tunnel, we have the Panzerschreck team, and I believe that is the forward observers, the 3-man forward observer team from 2nd Platoon. Got these LMG team positioned in the ruins, Goliath 3-man team behind the building. Just came out of this bunker back here is 2nd section leader and 2 soldiers. One with the, what is the name of that short distance Panzerfaust style weapon? Sturm pistol, maybe? And I believe in this bunker, 1st Platoon, 2nd section flamethrower team. You'll notice near some of the buildings there's little white papers. These are markers that show the damage that the bunkers or buildings have taken. Each one has a amount of points it can take, and then it will be destroyed and replaced with ruins. We have the medium mortar, who failed their rally, or was it a rally check, I think? Yeah, I think they foobarred it, and so they have to try again. The platoon commander for 1st Platoon of the 916th still has 1 pin to get rid of. The heavy mortar was able to clear its pin markers. It's ready for action. Up here next to the sniper is a spotter as well on the right. He's not on ambush. In this bunker, some of 2nd Platoon came out of the tunnel. So we have 2nd Platoon, 1st section, an LM starting from the right, soldier with a Panzerfaust and assault rifle, LMG team, and then the 1st section assistant leader with a assault rifle, and another soldier from 1st section with assault rifle Panzerfaust, ready for battle. And right behind these guys in the tunnel is where the Panzerschreck team and the 3-man forward observer team will be following out of the same spot. And then here in this bunker is where the platoon commander for 2nd Platoon and the medic will be coming out of. Over here, the other half of 2nd Platoon, 1st section, 2 men outside with Panzerfausts and assault rifles. On the inside, the other 3 soldiers from 1st section, 2nd Platoon, and it's the 1st section leader and 2 soldiers with an LMG at the windows there. Inside of this building, on the 2nd floor, we have 1st section, 1st Platoon, 1st Platoon's forward observer 3-man team. They're trying to get rid of some pin markers still. On the 1st floor, they just exited the tunnel. We've got the 3rd section of 2nd Platoon. 2 of the soldiers have already pushed outside, the 3rd section leader and 1 man with Panzerfaust. And then coming behind them is 3rd section's LMG team and another soldier with a rifle. And that half's going to be heading out this way. Plus we've got the 3rd section assistant leader, 2 men with assault rifles and Panzerfaust, and another of the LMG teams. Looks like they're getting ready to set up somewhere here, maybe on the 2nd floor. And then the platoon sergeant for 2nd platoon and his man are heading out of the tunnel right now as well. Moving over, we have 2 surviving soldiers. One is the 2nd section leader for 1st platoon and 1 man. Down here we have 3 men from 3rd section. Actually, this is all 2nd section, I believe, down here of 1st platoon. 3 more soldiers with SMGs. Up here we have a medium machine gun. And I think I already mentioned who was in this bunker. Starting on ambush, sniper. We have 2nd section assistant leader. And we have the 1st MMG team. And here is 2nd MMG team. Well, 2nd and 1st platoon. This other bunker has a PaK 40 in it. And then this bunker here, 3 more soldiers from 2nd section assistant leader, and 2 more soldiers. All looks like with 2 with SMGs and 1 with a rifle. And 1 has looks like some anti-tank mines. All right, over here on Omaha Beach, looking at the defenses, we've got the 116th Infantry Platoon from Company A, and 1 company from the 743rd Tank Battalion, Company A. No casualties for the infantry, and only 1 tank knocked out so far for the 743rd. Got a flamethrower tank, Sherman with a dozer, Calliope, rockets, beautiful. More Shermans, Jackson. But only 1 tank from 2nd platoon has been knocked out so far. The perishings we're pretending are Shermans. Captain on the end for the company. 1st sergeant. The other 2nd platoon tank. 1st platoon tank. 2nd platoon leader. 1st platoon leader. 2nd platoon. And the 2 1st platoon tanks. We're planning on pushing up with the dozer, make a path, have the flamethrower knock out the bunker, push down the beach, knock the other bunker out. We'll see what happens. Just approaching the beach in their landing crafts, we have the company C, 2nd Rangers, 2 platoons. It's the full company coming to hit the beaches this turn. So there's 100 U.S. order dice between the 2 battlefields, 77 German order dice, and 10 Germans will start on ambush, 3 on this Omaha Beach table, and 7 on the Hedgerows and Carrington table, and 8 U.S. forces will start on ambush, all of which will be on, 2 of them are on this table. The 2 snipers for the 116th will start on ambush, and then besides that, the other 6 order dice for the U.S. forces will be starting on ambush on this table. And 1 soldier starting on down, the wounded medic for the 506. Besides the dice on ambush, this is what it looks like. Going in the bag. Let's get this 0700 hours, turn 14 started. There we go. We'll give that a nice shake. First dice. Germans. So before we can get to the first dice, though, I'm going to call it a night. And when we come back in about 3 nights, it'll be starting off with the U.S.